Emporia State University and the surrounding community offer many opportunities for students to earn money and gain work experience while attending school. All on-campus jobs and many community jobs are posted in Handshake, Emporia State University's career management platform for students and alumni. This tutorial will guide you through the process of applying for a job. First, log into your Handshake account by visiting the Hornet 365 webpage at hornet.emporia.edu and select Students. Next, scroll down the student page until you see the Handshake logo. Then select the Handshake logo to access the Handshake login page. Log into Handshake using your ESU username and password. If you are using a different computer or device than you normally do, or are not using the Hornet 365 link for Handshake, you may have to begin by selecting ESU from the drop-down menu of schools. Once you select Emporia State University from the list of schools, you will be directed to the Handshake login page. After you have selected Emporia State University as your school, you will log into Handshake using your ESU username and password. If you are currently registered to take classes at ESU, select the Emporia State University sign-on logo and sign in using your ESU login credentials. If you previously attended ESU but are not currently a student, click on the hyperlink below that labeled Sign In with your email address. Then select My Profile under your initials or photo in the top right corner of the page. Your Handshake profile is where employers can view your education and work experience, your skills and volunteer service, relevant coursework and projects that you have completed, memberships in organizations, and more. Having a strong profile is useful in garnering the interest of employers. At a minimum, complete and verify the following sections: the Education section, which should describe your college experience, the Work Experience section, and the Skills section. You can edit profile information by selecting the link at the bottom of each section or by selecting the Edit logo. You will need to make your profile page public so that employers can view it. On the left side of your page, about halfway down, you will see a message that tells you if your profile is visible to employers or not. When your account was created, the setting was automatically set to private, meaning that no one could view your profile page. To change this, click on the Settings link. To change these settings, scroll down to the Privacy section in Settings and change your profile to Employers or Community. If you select Employers, only Handshake employers will be able to view your profile. If you select Community, employers and other students who selected Community will be able to see your profile. This could be helpful in building your network among students and alumni with similar professional interests. After you have made your selection, scroll down to the bottom of the page and select the Save Update button. You will receive a message saying that your information was saved successfully. There's one more step you need to take before looking at part-time jobs. If you are applying for an on-campus job, you must complete the ESU application before applying for jobs in Handshake. Click on Career Center in the top right of the page to access the application form. Next, choose Resources. Find and select the Student Employment Application. It is important to note that once you complete the official Student Employment Application form, you will use that form to apply for all on-campus jobs. After you have completed the form once and saved it, you can then use the same application form to apply for all ESU jobs. However, you may want to create or modify your application to match your skills with specific jobs, which can strengthen your applications. In that case, simply save the application with a different name that is specific to the jobs you are applying for each time. There is no need to do a completely new application form each time. After completing the form, save the document a second time. Once you have completed and saved the application, go back to your Handshake account and select Documents from the drop-down menu under your initials or photo in the upper right corner. You will upload the saved application as an Other document in the Documents section of your Handshake profile. If you have not uploaded a document to Handshake before, you will see this message from Handshake when you click on the Documents link. Choose Select from Computer to upload your ESU application. Once you have located and selected the application, assign a name to the document and choose the Other document type from the drop-down menu. Be sure to include your name when naming a document. For example, ESU application Corky B. Hornet. If you are applying for more than one position on campus and the information in the application is slightly different, you will want to add the job title or a short description so that you can identify the right application when you apply for the jobs. After typing in the name and selecting the document type, click on Add Document. Once the document has been uploaded, you will be able to view it in Handshake. To add additional documents, such as a resume, unofficial transcripts, or cover letters, go back to the Documents link found in the drop-down menu under your initials or photo. Select Add New Document and follow the same procedures you did to add the application. You are now ready to begin searching for part-time jobs on Handshake. Click on the Jobs tab at the top of your Handshake page. Use the basic filters for choosing the type of position. If you are searching for on-campus part-time work, you will select both the on-campus and part-time filters. If you are searching for a part-time job in the Emporia area, but not necessarily on campus, you will use the advanced filters so that you can limit your part-time search to Emporia and a specific radius around Emporia. Type in the word Emporia in the city-state text box. Several options will appear as possible matches for Emporia. Be sure to select the option Emporia, Kansas, United States of America. Once you have selected the correct option, an additional filter for a distance from Emporia will appear. Before you consider a long commute for a part-time job, think about your school schedule, your other obligations at the university, such as involvement in organizations, and the reliability of your transportation. Remember that winter travel can be difficult and treacherous. Once you have selected the distance you are willing to commute, click on the See Jobs button at the bottom right of the page. Click on each job that interests you and review the position description, paying special attention to the employer's requirements, preferences, and deadlines. Full details can be viewed by clicking on the job title. If this is a position that you are qualified to fill and you want to apply for, ensure that you have uploaded all required documents to your Handshake profile before clicking on the Apply button. The Apply button will look differently depending on the employer's preferences. Regardless of the color of the button or how it is worded, clicking on the button will take you to the next step in applying for that job. For an on-campus job, you will be directed to the ESU application for on-campus jobs, except for Sodexo and the bookstore. Those jobs are handled by the corporate offices for Sodexo and Barnes & Noble. Off-campus employers will have their own directions for submitting an application and any documentation. Some employers will have you apply using Handshake. Some will direct you to an employer application site outside of Handshake, and some will ask you to hand deliver your application. Be sure to read all of the employer's directions for applying. Handshake will prompt you to attach required documents. If you have uploaded the documents to your Handshake profile, then you will be able to search the Handshake database for those documents. If you did not, then you will have to upload new documents that are stored on your computer or device. Once you have attached or uploaded all of the documents, click on the Submit Application button. Some employers may want additional documents that you need to send outside of Handshake or hand deliver to the organization. Be sure to read through the instructions carefully so that you follow all of the employer's instructions. Sending the wrong information, sending it to the wrong place, or not following other instructions are all reasons that you will not be considered for the position. You will see confirmation that your application has been submitted on the job announcement page. If you choose to withdraw your application, you can do so by selecting Withdraw from the job announcement page. You can track your applications from your profile page. Select the Applications tab located at the top of your page. If the status is pending, then your application has not been reviewed. If the status is reviewed, then someone has opened your application and begun the review process. If the status is declined, then you are not selected for this job. You should have received a notification through Handshake letting you know that you were not selected. If the status is hired, then you were selected for the job and you should have received notification from the employer.